This morning, I want to share with you our program's mission, its unique value, and highlight some of the work that we're doing to achieve it now and coming up. Our mission to influence the education sector to consider careers in STEM and cyber-related fields is multifaceted. We know that to truly create change in the current state of cyber education and meet the critical need in the workforce, we have to pursue multiple avenues and work with all stakeholders in the education sector. That's why our approach is three-pronged. Next slide. To achieve this mission, we're serving students, educators, and working together with partners and the community. First, we want to provide students with immersions and experiences that show them what cyber really is and what it looks like to pursue a career in cyber. We want to expose students to the wide variety of career options that exist in these fields that they may not know about and get them excited to explore them. To do that, we also serve educators by both connecting them to the tools and resources they need to provide effective cyber education to students, as well as learning from them what tools and resources we can develop in order to meet their needs. And to do that, we facilitate the creation and sharing of offerings from partner organizations through collaboration and funding the development of resources, as well as influencing change through knowledge sharing and best practices. So I wasn't kidding when I said that ours is a multifaceted approach. Influencing change throughout the education sector is a really significant undertaking, and there's a reason that NCF is the one equipped to do it. Next slide. So to put it plainly, we have value to offer students and educators, as well as the positionality to affect significant change. What underpins this value is the NCF's partnership with NSA. This partnership gives NCF's offerings for students and educators a depth of unmatched cryptologic expertise, one that comes from not just theory, but practice. This unique differentiator does two things. It ensures that NCF's educational offerings are rigorous and high quality. This means that by engaging with our resources, students get a real taste of what it takes and what it means to work in cyber-related fields. And second, it positions the NCF as a leader amongst other trusted sources of cybersecurity and cryptographic principles, content, and information. This means that our partners and organizational peers look to us as a leader and convener of many organizations working toward a shared vision in cyber education. So now that you've heard about what's driving our work, let's see what this looks like in practice at NCF. Next slide. In the past year alone, through our programs and partnerships, we have reached thousands of students and hundreds of educators. Our work has touched over a dozen states. And while I can't detail every one of our initiatives in our time together this morning, I do want to highlight for you just a few of these programs that are helping us to achieve our mission and share what's ahead for each one. Next slide. The first program I want to highlight is our High School Cybersecurity Curriculum Guidelines, or the CCG. These are the first ever coherent curriculum guidelines to inform curriculum development for cybersecurity. The 8 big ideas within the guidelines are broad encompassing areas of importance to cybersecurity, areas like data security, adversarial thinking, and risk. The guidelines encourage curriculum providers, teachers, and industry professionals to create curriculum designed to inspire high school students to pursue a profession in cybersecurity and to develop thinkers with a cybersecurity mindset that will enhance any profession they choose to pursue. Which leads to the Teach Cyber Courseware program. Led by owner Dr. Melissa Dark, Teach Cyber developed a year-long high school introductory cybersecurity course based on the CCG. The overarching goal of the 8-unit course is to introduce students to the foundational concepts, principles, and tools of cybersecurity. It's a rigorous, fully developed course with modular lessons, meaning teachers can down select and rearrange units based on their students' needs and requirements. To date, more than 800 educators across 47 states and US territories have registered for Teach Cyber, and those users have downloaded over 8,000 course materials. We will continue to collaborate with and support Teach Cyber moving forward as they endeavor to expand these offerings to the middle school grade levels. The CCG is not only the basis for the Teach Cyber courseware, it's also the basis for and really ingrained in other significant NCF education programs, like the next one I'll tell you about. Next slide. Cyber chats. Cyber chats are opportunities for students to hear from and interact with current and former cybersecurity professionals, including our members, to talk about their history and experience in order to pique students' interest in cybersecurity professions. Because they're grounded in firsthand experience, we're able to leverage our CCG's 8 big ideas in our cyber chats. Some of the recent cyber chats we've hosted have been right to privacy in the digital age, hacking competitions and capture the flag, and this one that we had a short clip of, but we won't be showing today.
No, I got it working, Jessica.
That we will be showing today. Awesome.
Yeah, I got it embedded. It's okay. So
awesome. With retired Air Force officer and current cryptologic engagement officer with NSA Office of Academic Engagement, Mervyn Bierman, entitled Mathematical Majors and Mysterious Math Magic. And I'll let Laura play it. It's a short 30-second clip.
Sorry.
No problem.
Give me a second.
Aren't we cyber?
You have a degree in telephones?
I have.
There she is.
A master's degree in telephones.
So what does that mean?
This is not your telephone, period. This is a handheld computer that has a telephone.
That was me probably. Hold on a second. I was trying to get the volume up.
You have a degree in telephones?
Let's try again.
I have technically a master's degree in telephones.
So what does that mean?
This is not your telephone, period. This is a handheld computer that has a telephone app. And yes, it is a whole career field that is not only not dying.
Oh,
That's me.
do
I'm
it
sorry, I'm
away.
trying to pull it. I was trying to make it louder.
That works. That works. We can share this video out too, and you can access all of our cyber chats soon on our YouTube channel coming this year. Our cyber chats have reached over 4,000 students, and starting this summer, we will expand our cyber chats from video, like what you saw here, to all podcast platforms, starting with a 6-episode podcast pilot series launching this fall. So many of you in attendance today, both in person and on Zoom here with me, have expertise that is invaluable for our students to hear and know about. So if you're interested, we would love to have you on the Cyber Chats podcast to share your experience and knowledge with our students. Next slide.
I'm trying. There we go.
There's another video.
And if you can press play on the Amanita game on the right, that's great. It can run in the background while I'm talking. If not, no worries. So the next programs that I want to share with you help to evolve the language of cybersecurity to a more accessible language of data care developed by Gulatech. The Outsmart Cyber Threats booklet, developed in partnership with Start Engineering, presents information about cybersecurity or data care concepts in engaging and easy to understand ways for middle and high school students. These concepts are woven throughout our cybersecurity game, Amanita White Hat and the Curious Case of the Compromised Computer, developed by a team of students at Anne Arundel Community College. Middle school students become the main character in the game and solve puzzles that help them learn about cybersecurity and data care principles. As we speak, a teacher guide and student workbook for educators to bring Outsmart cyber threats straight into their classrooms, as well as a game sequel, are both in development, set to launch this year. Next slide. And that's a little taste of the game that you saw playing. Next slide.
Trying. Oh, is it because the video's still running, maybe?
This makes me feel.
There we go.
The last program that I'm going to share with you today is our Cyber Education Community of Interest. Currently hosted on Slack, this is a space where middle school educators, including counselors, teachers, librarians, support staff, administrators, homeschool parents, and more, will gather to collaborate on and share resources and best practices with one another. It's also a space where partner organizations can moderate their own channel and educators can explore their offerings. This is a needed collaborative space for educators across the country to get creative around ways to bring cyber education to their students and school communities. By this fall, we're aiming to have over 50 middle school educators active, as well as launch our first partner organization meet and greet in the COI. Next slide. So there's no way that we could cover each of our programs, initiatives, or partnerships in depth in the span of just 10 minutes. So I just want to take a moment on this slide to acknowledge some of the other programs that you may or may not be already familiar with here at NCF. We are so grateful for your enthusiastic support in helping to achieve our mission of influencing the education sector and filling in the gaps in STEM and cyber-related fields. We can go to the last slide. We really hope that you'll reach out for more information and to get involved, especially with Cyber Chats podcast, by emailing us or visiting our website. Thank you all so much for your time and take care.